shirts and shorts. All right, now this has been trending for about 2-3 years or thereabout. So this my client, this is one of my VIP clients that I don't say no to. She said, babe, I'll be traveling very soon and my flight is so and so. Hope you can deliver these 4 dresses for me. So trust me, I like money. I love money. So I said yes, and this is one of the dress. All right, this shirt and short is one of the things she ordered for. All right, so we'll be making it today. This is how it looks. This is what actually we are sewing in this video. Yes, so this is the calculation, her measurements. Okay, now because it's a shirt, she said I don't want it too free. All right, so I added 6, to ease it. But her fitted measurement, proper measurement, is 44 for bust, waist 40, hip 47. So I went for 6 all through, to give it that freeness and ease. Okay, because it is shirt and half length 17, shirt length 28, and lap, sitting, and all the rest of them. So this is basically the measurement and the divisions. Okay, so I got to deliver. One client I don't say no to, even if she calls me dead, like she has event tomorrow and she wants to make dress tonight, I will say yes because she pays well. So that is it. And this is the fabric we'll be using. You have already seen it earlier. This is the fabric we'll be using for the curtain. This is original Ankara. Okay, it is beautiful. I love the colors. All right, so first thing first, you already saw our measurement. These are the things I'll be using. Definitely you can't work without pin and so I got to use pin. So I folded. Okay, I folded. You saw my highest measurement, which is the hip. I think is about 15 or 13 or thereabout. Okay, so I folded. All right, now let's see what I folded. You can see I folded about 15 inches. Okay, so next thing I need to mark them out, starting with my armhole depth. I'm going for 8. Okay, my armhole depth, my half length and hip measurement, and hip gown length, sorry. Okay, that is equally where the hip is anyway. So I have marked the length. Okay, that is my gown length. So what next? Now you can see it's not that clear, so I'll just get rule. Okay, and rule it out perfectly well so you see the lines clearly. Okay, good. I think this rule is one of my oldest rule. Yes, one of my oldest rule. Others, they do break. At times students, my learner, apprentice or students, they do go with them. So this is one of my oldest. And shoulder, you already know it. Your shoulder, you connect it straight down. All right, then you start marking the bust measurement. Mark your bust measurement, add your allowance. Now I'll be going for 1.5 inches allowance as sewing allowance. Okay, that is it. The same thing at the waist. I'll mark the waist measurement. I think it's about 12.5. Okay, then I'll add my 1.5 inches sewing allowance. All right, the same thing I'll do on the hip. I marked the hip measurement plus 1.5. Okay, no lining, so it's just cut and join. So I'll use my rule and connect. Okay, that is it. I've connected it. The next thing is my armhole. I need to curve it. This is it. Then I'll get my scissors. I'm sorry, if you're not seeing my marking clearly, just wait for the cutting, while I cut, you understand it. But I know it's fabric, and I would not want a situation where I'll need to wash after sewing, so the chalk doesn't, you know, there are markings you do on the fabrics, it will show. All right. So I like, especially when on the fabric, I try it as much as possible to make my chalk light. So I've done the cutting of the first. Now this is my back. This pattern is my back pattern. So the first cutting I did was my back pattern. Now I will have to cut the front. And remember, there is button on the front. There is what we call button allowance, and I folded it. That is it. Now I use 2.5. I don't want to manage fabric. Okay, this person gave me 6 yards, so I folded 2.5 as my button allowance. Okay, so I'm placing it on top of it to trace it out. Now with this back pattern, all I need to do is make sure they are even. All right, place it and cut. Nothing much, all right, because I've folded 2.5 for my button allowance. Okay, then I'll pin. After pinning them, we'll go for cutting. It is important you always pin, yes, to make the dress you're cutting or your pattern, to stay where you want it to stay and not move. Like come and join to sit, no movement. Okay, so I'm tracing it out. I'm cutting. Basically, that is what I'm doing. All right. Now the front and back, the difference is the button allowance, which I've folded it just like the way we mark out our zip allowance. I did not mark it out. Rather, I folded that marking on top. I just did double fold it. It is 2, so I folded it. So having done the tracing, okay, with the front with the back, the next thing is to cut. Okay, you can see my down. I'm seeing excess somewhere, so I'll have to cut it. Okay, then we'll go for the neck. Now, because it's a shirt, it has collar, it has a collar stand. Okay, it has to be close to the neck. Are you getting me? Good. So, when it's close to the neck, we are going for 3 inches by 1 inches. That is what I'll be cutting first. The 1 inches is for the back. All right. The 1 inches, you curve it. That is it. So right now I'll cut. Okay, but I'm cutting only the back. Okay, you can see what I did. You see that I've cut out the neck depth and width for the back. I did 3 by 1 inches for the back. The next thing I need to, you will slant our shoulder, right? Yes, it is. We slant our shoulder by 1 inch. So that is what next. So before we cut the back, the front, sorry, I have to open up that folded part so I don't forget. It is important. After opening it up, I'll place it back the way it was earlier. Then I'll cut. Now for this front, I did 3 by 3. Neck width 3, neck depth 3. All right. Neck width 3, neck depth 3. But before that, I like to fold. Now I've folded it the way it should be, so it will be easy for me. You see how I folded it? Good, I've done the folding, how it will be. All right, that is sewing it, how I'll sew it. So I've done the sewing even. I've equally sewed it. What did I sew? The zip, the button allowance, sorry. There will be button at the front. This is how I sewed it, okay? So what I just need to do is place them and cut the neck, okay? So let me rearrange it properly. So this is it, okay? I folded it the way it should be. I went ahead to sew, all right, sew it up. What next to do is just to cut. Remember my front is 3 by 3. That is 3 inches neck width, 3 inches neck depth. So I'll mark it again and curve. So the next thing is to cut. That is it. Okay. Open it up. Now our front, our back is ready. Okay. This is what it will look like. This is the back. Remember, it was cut earlier. Good. This is it. Okay. Now, what next to this to sew the shoulder? Hold the shoulder and join it by half inches. Half inches sewing. We'll equally pin the other side and sew. You can see I have sewn it, I equally weaved it. Okay, so this is it. I've sewn, I've weaved it. Let me trim it out. So that is how it will look. Okay, now having gotten to this level, we are almost done, but not yet. So we have to cut the collar band stand. We have to cut the sleeve. There will be short sleeve on it, so we have to do all that. All right, so but first thing first, I'll be cutting the sleeve. All right, I'm going for my sleeve first. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I folded, and this is just a simple sleeve, and length 10, okay. Just our normal sleeve, nothing much to it, okay. So I folded, that is the length I want. It's okay by me. And I want the factory finish edge to be my length. You know, the part where I will fold, so I don't need to weave it. Okay. So that is the length. My neck width. Sorry, my armhole depth plus 1 inches. Armhole roundness. Roundness of the sleeve. Okay. Basically, guys, just the normal way we cut our sleeve. Okay, whichever way you cut your sleeve is by choice. All right. Watch what I'm doing. Now remember, this dress is free, therefore the hand cannot be fitted. It has to be free equally. Now my sleeve is ready. And from this, I'll get my collar band and collar stand. Okay, collar and collar band or collar stand, whichever one. Okay. So guys, first I'm going for the collar itself. For me to cut the collar, I need the roundness of the shirt, the unfinished shirt. So I'll just get it and measure it round. Just get the neck part of it from the button allowance part to the next button allowance. Okay, the total neck measurement. You can see what I have about 20 with the button allowance. I have about 20. Okay. So my folding, I'll be folding 11, 12. All right. You can see I'm trying to get about, at the end I'll be having about 22, you know, sewing allowance. Okay. Sorry, this is collar stand that I'm cutting. The collar stand has to be the measurement of the total roundness. It has to be the measurement. So guys, the collar stand is meant to be 1 inches after sewing. But I need sewing allowance. Okay. So you can watch and see what I'm doing. I'm cutting 2 inches. All right. In height. In width is the roundness of the I'm taking out all the excesses. 2 inches. Yeah. So I'll just trim it off. I'll be using 1/2 inches to join the collar and the 1/2 inches to join the collar, 1/2 inches to join the collar stand to the dress. Now the collar stand is ready. The next thing is our collar. Now the collar starts from where the button allowance stops, or do I say before it starts, to the next end. Meaning you're taking out, when you want the measurement for your collar, you don't need the button allowance. Take it off. That folded part, measure it out. It won't be part. Okay, this is how you do that. You get your neck. You see where I started. I took out that button allowance. I'll go round. Okay, go round. You see where it stops, and it's giving me 16. Okay, so 16 divided by 2 is about 8. But first I need to check the folding, make sure it's straight before continuing. So I'm marking 3, but in the end I'll be using 2.5. Okay, the tip of your collar can be 2, it can be at any length in fact you want. It's designed whatever you want for your neck collar is your choice. Now you can see I added 1 inches to it. The total width is 8. I added 1, marking 9. The height is 3 inches. You're seeing that? And we'll cut. Now I extended the tip by 0.5 inches just to give us that sharpness. Alright. So that is it. Okay, you can see it very well. I've even sewn it. Okay, why sewing? My sewing result must be accurate with my measurement. You can see I sewed it several times. Then I'll cut. I'm trimming it out. I don't need excesses because I'll fold it. Now the collar, we did the cutting must be 2. You know, the collar band, the collar stand too must be 2. You use the fabric to turn it. So that is it. Okay, and I've ironed it. This is how it looks. It looks perfectly okay. The next thing is the collar band. So guys, the short on this video, the part 2, this video has part 2. All right, when you're done with this one, watch the part 2. Okay, the part 2 has the shorts, the cutting of the shorts and the pocket and every other part. Okay, this is the part 1 of this video. Make sure you watch the part 2 to see how we got the short. So basically this is my collar band. I got the center. Okay, the next thing now is to open it up, get that collar too, get the center to center, place it. You can see how I placed it right now. Good. I'll get the other one, place it on top too. You get, then I'll sew. I'm sewing 0.5 inches. All right, after sewing that 0.5 inches, I will attach it to the neck. Okay, the other remaining part I will attach it to the neck. Have to pin also that it doesn't move. Okay, We are sewing 1/2 inches straight down from one end to the other. All right. Good. 1/2 inches. Now I've sewed it. This is how it looks, okay? You see it? This is how it looks. You see that? Okay. Good. Then what next? We just attach it to the neck. Yeah, we get this, attach it to the neck. Once we attach it to the neck, the dress is ready. Now, if you want me to do a proper video about this shirt collar, just basically treat collar and collar stand, how to sew it, everything, let me know on the comment section, okay? And if you have not subscribe to my channels, guys, okay? I times go live when sewing some styles that I don't have time to video. I'll just go live and be showing how I'm doing it, the method I'm using. So make sure you're subscribing. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, so when I go live you'll be notified. All right, so guys, this is it. You attach it to the neck. All right, and your dress is ready. Your shirt is ready. You can see it, how it looks. Now the next thing I just need to do is shaping. But before that, the down part of this collar, this shirt, is curved. The down part will be curved, so I just need to give it little curve down, you know, not those too curvy parts. But first I need to pin, you know, place it well, so make sure they are even, especially placing the button, especially placing the button parts together, you know, pinning, placing them together and pinning them. You can see it. Because when curving, I don't want to make mistake. So I've pinned it. You're seeing what I'm doing perfectly well. So what I'll do, I will equally pin the sides because it is equally time to shape. Shaping and hemming is what is left. So I'll just follow, take out the 1 inches by the side, then fold it into two, curve. I told you it will have curving, the down part of it. So after curving, I'll just weave and fold, and our dress is ready. Hope you can see the curving perfectly well. Let me go deeper more. Okay, this is it. Okay, that is the curving I'm working with. So I'll just cut. The next thing is just to weave and our dress is ready. Guys, give this video a thumbs up. If you have not liked it, please do give this video a thumbs up. All right, and this is how it came out. Now watch the part 2 for the continuation, the short. This is part 1. Make sure you watch the part 2. Okay, after this video you go to you see part 1, part 2, sorry, this is part 1. The video will be on my channel. And thank you for always watching. I appreciate.